My child, you are next. Do you hear me? You are next. I know you are wondering what I am talking about, but remember, I have not called you here to remain in confusion, but in clarity. I am doing something with your life that started 5 months ago. You didn't realize that time, but I was orchestrating every detail, every moment, every breath you took. I was aligning the stars, shifting the winds, and moving mountains on your behalf. You may not have seen it, but I was there, working behind the scenes, preparing you for what is to come. My child, you are next in line for a divine assignment, a purpose that will not only change your life but will also impact the lives of those around you. You are next in line for a breakthrough, a miracle, a transformation that will leave you in awe of my power and love. I know there have been moments when you felt like giving up, moments when the weight of the world seemed too heavy to bear. But I want you to know that those moments were not in vain. They were shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. I have been refining you in the fire, not to destroy you, but to purify you, to make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The trials you faced were not meant to break you, they were meant to build you. And now you are ready. You are ready to step into the destiny I have prepared for you. Do not doubt yourself, for I have equipped you with everything you need. I have given you gifts, talents, and abilities that are uniquely yours. I have placed within you a spirit of courage, a heart of compassion, and a mind of wisdom. You are not lacking anything. You are complete in me. And as you step into this new season, you will see my hand guiding you, my voice leading you, and my favor surrounding you. You will walk in confidence, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. I know there are still questions in your heart, questions about the future, about the unknown. But I want you to trust me. Trust that I have a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, a plan to give you hope and a future. I am not a God of confusion, but of peace. I am not a God of chaos, but of order. And I am ordering your steps, aligning your path, and making a way where there seems to be no way. You may not see the full picture yet, but I do. And I am asking you to trust me, to lean not on your own understanding, but to acknowledge me in all your ways, and I will direct your paths. You are next in line for a divine encounter, a moment where heaven will touch earth in your life. You are next in line for a miracle, a breakthrough, a victory that will leave you speechless. You are next in line for a promotion, a blessing, a favor that will exceed your expectations. You are next in line for a healing, a restoration, a renewal that will bring you back to life. You are next in line for a revelation, a wisdom, a knowledge that will unlock doors you never thought possible. You are next in line for a love, a joy, a peace that will surpass all understanding. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You are not alone in this journey. I am walking with you every step of the way. I am fighting for you every battle you face. I am speaking to you every word you need to hear. I am holding you every moment you feel weak. I am carrying you every time you feel like you can't go on. I am your refuge, your strength, your ever-present help in times of trouble. You are next in line for a season of abundance, a season of overflow, a season of blessings that will overtake you. You are next in line for a season of joy, a season of laughter, a season of celebration that will fill your heart with gladness. You are next in line for a season of peace, a season of rest, a season of tranquility that will calm your soul. You are next in line for a season of growth, a season of maturity, a season of transformation that will bring you closer to me. I am doing a new thing in your life, and it is springing forth even now. Can you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. I am turning your deserts into gardens, your valleys into mountains, your storms into calm. I am turning your mourning into dancing, your sorrow into joy, your pain into purpose. I am turning your tests into testimonies, your trials into triumphs, your battles into victories. I am turning your mess into a message, your scars into stars, your wounds into wisdom. You are next in line for a divine appointment, a moment where your life will intersect with my will in a powerful way. You are next in line for a divine connection, a relationship that will propel you into your destiny. You are next in line for a divine opportunity, a door that will open for you that no man can shut. You are next in line for a divine revelation, a truth that will set you free and transform your life. You are next in line for a divine intervention, a miracle that will defy logic and leave you in awe of my power. I am calling you to rise up, to step out, to move forward. I am calling you to take that leap of faith, to trust me with all your heart, to believe that I am who I say I am. I am calling you to let go of the past, to release the pain, to forgive those who have hurt you. I am calling you to embrace the future, to welcome the new, to step into the unknown with confidence and courage. I am calling you to be bold, to be brave, to be fearless. I am calling you to be who I created you to be, to walk in the fullness of your identity, to live out the purpose I have placed within you. You are next in line for a season of favor, a season of grace, a season of blessings that will overflow in your life. You are next in line for a season of breakthrough, a season of victory, a season of success that will surpass your wildest dreams. You are next in line for a season of healing, a season of restoration, a season of renewal that will bring you back to life. You are next in line for a season of love, a season of joy, a season of peace that will fill your heart to overflowing. I am with you, my child. I am for you. I am in you, and together we will walk through this season, hand in hand, heart in heart, spirit in spirit. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are loved. You are chosen. You are called. You are anointed. You are appointed. You are destined. You are next. And I am with you every step of the way. So rise up, my child. Rise up and take your place. Rise up and step into your destiny. Rise up and embrace the future I prepared for you. Rise up and walk in the fullness of my love, my grace, my power. Rise up and be who I created you to be. Rise up and shine, for the world is waiting for the light that is within you. Rise up and take your place, for you are next, and I am with you always. My child, I know there are moments when you struggle to understand my timing. You look at the circumstances around you, and it feels as though things are moving too slowly or not at all. You wonder why the answers to your prayers seem delayed, why the breakthroughs you long for have not yet come, and why the path ahead appears unclear. But I want you to know this: my timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your expectations. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. What you see as a delay, I see as preparation. What you see as silence, I see as an opportunity for you to grow in faith and trust in me. There is a divine rhythm to my work, a sacred timing that cannot be rushed or forced. Just as the seasons change in their appointed time, so too does my plan unfold in its perfect season. The seed does not sprout overnight, nor does the fruit appear before its time. It requires patience, nurturing, and trust in the process. In the same way, I am working in your life, even when you cannot see it. I am planting seeds of purpose, watering them with my word, and causing them to grow in ways you cannot yet imagine. Trust that what I have started in you, I will bring to completion in my perfect timing. You may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but I want you to hold on to this truth: everything that happens in your life is working together for your good. Even the trials, the setbacks, and the moments of waiting are part of a greater plan, a plan to shape you, refine you, and prepare you for the destiny I have prepared for you. What seems like a detour to you is often a divine rerouting, leading you to a place of greater blessing and fulfillment. What feels like a closed door is often my way of protecting you from something that is not meant for you. And what appears to be a delay is often my way of ensuring that you are fully prepared for what is to come. I know it can be difficult to remain faithful when you cannot see the full picture. It can be challenging to trust when the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty. But I am calling you to a deeper level of faith, a faith that believes even when it cannot see, a faith that trusts even when it cannot understand. Remember, faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the choice to believe in me despite the doubts. It is the decision to hold on to my promises, even when the circumstances around you seem to contradict them. And it is the willingness to surrender your timeline to my perfect will, knowing that I am always working for your good. There have been times in your life when you have questioned my presence, my plan, or my timing. You have wondered if I have forgotten you, if I have abandoned you, or if I am even listening to your prayers. But I want you to know this: I have never left your side. I have never stopped working on your behalf, and I have never ceased to care for you. Even in the moments when you felt alone, I was there. Even in the moments when you felt lost, I was guiding you. Even in the moments when you felt broken, I was healing you. I am the God who sees you, the God who knows you, and the God who loves you more than you can comprehend. My timing is not always easy to understand, but it is always purposeful. I do not act according to human schedules or earthly deadlines. I act according to a divine plan, a plan that takes into account every detail of your life, every need of your heart, and every desire of your soul. I am not bound by time, for I am the creator of time. I am not limited by circumstances, for I am the master of circumstances. And I am not hindered by the impossible, for I am the God of the impossible. What seems impossible to you is possible with me. What seems delayed to you is right on time in my eyes. And what seems uncertain to you is already settled in my will. My child, let me remind you of my perfect timing throughout the scriptures, for I have always been faithful to my promises, even when my people could not see the full picture. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And just as I worked in the lives of those who came before you, I am working in your life today. Let these stories remind you of my sovereignty, my faithfulness, and my perfect timing. Do you remember Abraham and Sarah? I promised them a son, a child through whom all the nations of the earth would be blessed. But as the years passed, Sarah grew impatient. She doubted my promise and took matters into her own hands, giving her servant Hagar to Abraham. Yet, even in her doubt and impatience, my plan remained unchanged. At the appointed time, when it seemed impossible, when Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was well past the age of childbearing, I fulfilled my promise. Isaac was born, a living testimony to my faithfulness and perfect timing. What seemed like a delay to them was my way of preparing them for a miracle that would be remembered for generations. My timing was perfect, even when they could not understand it. Think of Joseph the dreamer. I gave him visions of greatness, but his path was far from easy. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and imprisoned for years. Yet, in every moment I was with him. I was working behind the scenes, preparing him for the destiny I had planned. When the time was right, I raised him up to be second in command over all of Egypt, saving not only his family but an entire nation from famine. What seemed like years of suffering and delay was my way of positioning him for a purpose far greater than he could have imagined. My timing was perfect, even in the midst of his trials. Remember Moses, the deliverer I chose to lead my people out of Egypt. For 40 years he lived in the wilderness, far from the palace where he was raised. He may have thought his life was over, that his purpose had been lost. But I was preparing him. I was teaching him humility, dependence on me, and the patience needed to lead my people. When the time was right, I appeared to him in the burning bush and called him to fulfill the destiny I had ordained for him. My timing was perfect, even when Moses felt forgotten and abandoned. Consider the Israelites as they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. To them it may have seemed like wasted time, a punishment for their disobedience. But even in their wandering, I was with them. I provided for them, guided them, and taught them to trust me. When the time was right, I brought them into the promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey. My timing was perfect, even when they could not see the purpose in their journey. Think of David, the shepherd boy I anointed to be king. After Samuel anointed him, he did not immediately ascend to the throne. Instead, he faced years of trials, running from Saul, hiding in caves, and waiting for my promise to be fulfilled. Yet, in those years of waiting, I was shaping him into the king I had called him to be. I was teaching him to rely on me, to trust in my timing, and to worship me in the midst of his trials. When the time was right, I established him as king over Israel. My timing was perfect, even when David felt forgotten and alone. Remember the story of Esther, the young Jewish girl who became queen. When her people were threatened with destruction, it seemed like all hope was lost. But I had placed her in the palace for such a time as this. Through her courage and faith, I used her to save my people from destruction. What seemed like a coincidence was my perfect timing at work. I was in control, even when the situation seemed dire. Think of the prophets who foretold the coming of the Messiah. For centuries, my people waited for the promised Savior. They longed for his arrival, yet they could not understand why he delayed. But I was working behind the scenes, preparing the world for the perfect moment. When the time was right, I sent my son Jesus to be born in Bethlehem. His birth, life, death, and resurrection were all part of my perfect plan, fulfilled at the appointed time. My timing was perfect, even when it seemed like I had forgotten my promises. Consider the disciples after Jesus' crucifixion. They were heartbroken, confused, and afraid. They had placed their hope in him, and now he was gone. But I was working in ways they could not see. 3 days later, I raised him from the dead, fulfilling the greatest promise of all. And when the time was right, I poured out my Spirit on the day of Pentecost, empowering them to spread the gospel to the ends of the earth. My timing was perfect, even when they could not understand it. My child, these stories are not just ancient history. They are reminders of my faithfulness and perfect timing. Just as I worked in the lives of those who came before you, I am working in your life today. I am the same God who parted the Red Sea, who shut the mouths of lions, who calmed the storm, and who raised the dead. I am the same God who fulfills my promises in ways that are far greater than you could ever imagine. So, when you feel impatient, remember Abraham and Sarah. When you feel forgotten, remember Joseph. When you feel unprepared, remember Moses. When you feel like you're wandering, remember the Israelites. When you feel overlooked, remember David. When you feel uncertain, remember Esther. When you feel like my promises are delayed, remember the prophets and the coming of my Son. And when you feel like all hope is lost, remember the resurrection. My timing is perfect, even when you cannot see it. My ways are higher, even when you cannot understand them. And my love for you is unchanging, even when the circumstances around you are shifting. Trust in me, for I am working all things together for your good. I am with you, I am for you, and I am in you. And together we will walk through this season, hand in hand, heart in heart, spirit in spirit. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are loved. You are chosen. You are called. You are anointed. You are appointed. You are destined. And I am with you always. Amen.